أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محترون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها هبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في فلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله وطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل الفاتحة. صلوا على محمد وآل اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء وبقوتك التي قهرت بها كل شيء وخضع لها كل شيء وذل لها كل شيء وبجبروتك التي غلبت بها كل شيء وبعزتك التي لا يقوم لها شيء وبعظمتك التي ملأت كل شيء وبسلطانك الذي على كل شيء وبوجهك الباقي بعد فناء كل شيء وبأسمائك التي ملأت أركان كل شيء وبعلمك الذي أحاط بكل شيء وبنور وجهك الذي أضاء له كل شيء. يا نور يا قدوس يا نور يا قدوس يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تهتك العصم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل النقم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تغير النعم. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تحبس الدعاء. اللهم اغفر لي الذنوب التي تنزل البلاء. اللهم اغفر لي كل ذنب أذنبته وكل خطيئة أخطأتها. اللهم إني أتقرب إليك بذكرك وأستشفع بك إلى نفسك وأسألك بجودك أن تدنيني من قربك وأن توزعني شكرك وأن تلهمني ذكرك. اللهم إني أسألك سؤال خادع متذلل خاشع أن تسامحني وترحمني وتجعلني بقسمك راضيا قانعا وفي جميع الأحوال متواضعا. اللهم وأسألك سؤال من اشتدت فاقته وأنزل بك عند الشدائد حاجته وعدم فيما عندك رغبته. اللهم عدم سلطانك وعلى مكانك وخفي مكرك وظهر أمرك وغلب قهرك وجرت قدرتك ولا يمكن الفرار من حكومتك. اللهم لا أجد لذنوبي غافرا ولا لقبائحي ساترا ولا لشيء من عملي القبيح بالحسن مبدلا غيرك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك وبحمدك ظلمت نفسي وتجرأت بجهلي وسكنت إلى قديم ذكرك لي ومنك علي. اللهم مولاي كم من قبيح سترته وكم من فادح من البلاء أقلته وكم من عثار وقيته وكم من مكروه دفعته وكم من ثناء جميل لست أهلا له نشرته. اللهم عدم بلائي وأثرط بي سوء حالي وقصرت بي أعمالي وقعدت بي أغلالي وحبسني عن نفعي بعد أملي وخدعتني الدنيا بغرورها ونفسي بجنايتها ومطالي. يا سيدي فأسألك بعزتك ألا يحجب عنك دعائي سوء عملي وفعالي ولا تفضحني بخفي ما اطلعت عليه من سري ولا تعاجلني بالعقوبة على ما عملته في خلواتي من سوء فعلي وإساءتي ودوام تفريطي وجهالتي وكثرة شهواتي وغفلتي. وكن اللهم بعزتك لي في كل الأحوال رؤوفا وعلي في جميع الأمور عطوفا. إلهي وربي من لي غيرك أسأله كشف ضري والنظر في أمري. إلهي ومولاي أجريت علي حكما اتبعت فيه هوى نفسي ولم أحترس فيه من تزيين عدوي فغرني بما أهوى وأسعده على ذلك القضاء فتجاوزت بما جرى علي من ذلك بعض حدودك وخالفت بعض أوامرك فلك الحمد علي في جميع ذلك ولا حجة لي فيما جرى علي فيه قضاؤك وألزمني حكمك وبلاؤك. وقد أتيتك يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي معتذرا نادما منكسرا مستقيلا مستغفرا منيبا مقرا مذعنا معترفا لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري وإدخالك إياي في سعة من رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ضري وفكني من شد وثاقي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي. يا من بدأ خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي هبني لابتداء كرمك وسالف برك بي يا إلهي وسيدي وربي أتراك معذبي بنارك بعد توحيدك وبعد من طوى عليه قلبي من معرفتك ولهج به لساني من ذكرك واعتقضه ضميري من حبك وبعد صدق اعترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تضيع من ربيته أو تبعد من أدنيته أو تشرد من آويته أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمته وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدا وعلى ألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقا وبشكرك مادحا وعلى قلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققة وعلى ضمائر حوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعة وعلى جوارح سعت إلى أوطان تعبدك طائعة وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنة ما هكذا الظن بك ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم يا ربي وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثوه يسير بقاؤه قصير مدته فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض يا سيدي فكيف لي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي لأي الأمور إليك أشكو ولما منها أضج وأبكي لأليم العذاب وشدته أم لطول البلاء ومدته فلئن صيرتني للعقوبات مع أعدائك وجمعت بيني وبين أهل بلائك وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك فهبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي وربي صبرت على عذابك فكيف أصبر على فراقك وهبني صبرت على حر نارك فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجائي عفوك فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا لئن تركتني ناطقا لأضجن إليك بين أهلها ضجيج الآمنين ولأصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين ولأبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين يا غاية آمال العارفين يا غياث المستغيثين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين ويا إله العالمين أفتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفتي وذاق طعم عذابها بمعصيته وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته وهو يضج إليك ضجيج مؤمل لرحمتك ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك يا مولاي فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك أم كيف تؤلمه النار وهو يأمل فضلك ورحمتك أم كيف يحرقه لهيبها وأنت تسمع صوته وترى مكانه أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه أم كيف يتقلقل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقه أم كيف تزجره زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا رباه أم كيف يرجو فضلك في عتقه منها فتتركه فيها هيهات ما ذلك الظن بك ولا المعروف من فضلك ولا مشبه لما عاملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك فباليقين أقطع لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاحديك وقضيت به من إخلاد معانديك لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما وما كان لأحد فيها مقرا ولا مقاما لكنك تقدست أسماؤك أقسمت أن تملأها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين وأن تخلد فيها المعاندين وأنت جل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون إلهي وسيدي فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها وغلبت من عليه أجريتها أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته وكل ذنب أذنبته وكل قبيح أسررته وكل جهل عملته كتمته أو أعلنته أخفيته أو أظهرته وكل سيئة أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جوارحي وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم والشاهد لما خفي عنهم وبرحمتك أخفيته وبفضلك سترته وأن توفر حظي من كل خير أنزلته أو إحسان فضلته أو بر نشرته أو رزق بسطته أو ذنب تغفره أو خطأ تستره يا ربي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا رب يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ومالك رقي يا من بيده ناصيتي يا عليما بضري ومسكنتي يا خبيرا بفقري وفاقتي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي يا رب أسألك بحقك وقدسك وأعظم صفاتك وأسمائك أن تجعل أوقاتي من الليل والنهار بذكرك معمورا وبخدمتك موصولا وأعمالي عندك مقبولا حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها وردا واحدا وحالي في خدمتك سرمدا يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي يا رب قوي على خدمتك جوارحي واشدد على العزيمة جوانحي وهب لي الجد في خشيتك والدوام في الاتصال بخدمتك حتى أسرح إليك في ميادين السابقين وأسرع إليك في المبارزين وأشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين وأدنو منك دنو المخلصين وأخافك مخافة الموقنين وأجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فأرده، ومن كادني فكده، واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك، وأقربهم منزلة منك، وأخصهم زلفة لديك، فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك، وجد لي بجودك، وعطف علي بمجدك، واحفظني برحمتك، واجعل لساني بذكرك لهجا، وقلبي بحبك متيما، ومن علي بحسن إجابتك، وأقلني عثرتي، واغفر زلتي، فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك، وأمرتهم بدعائك، وضمنت لهم الإجابة، فإليك يا ربي نصبت وجهي، وإليك يا ربي مددت يدي، فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي، وبلغني مناي، ولا تقطع من فضلك رجائي، واكفني شر الجن والإنس من أعدائي، يا سريع الرضا، يا سريع الرضا، يا سريع الرضا، اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء، فإنك فعال لما تشاء، يا من اسمه دواء، وذكره شفاء، وطاعته غنى، ارحم من رأس ماله الرجاء، وسلاحه البكاء، يا سابغ النعم، يا دافع النقام، يا نور المستوحشين في الظلام، يا عالما لا يعلم، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بي ما أنت أهله، وصلى الله على رسوله والأئمة الميامين من آله، وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. صل على محمد وآل محمد. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ثانيا لتعجيل الفرج مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان عجل الله فرجه. صل على عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم من مصابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين، وجعلنا وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره مع وليه الإمام المهدي من آل محمد عجل الله فرجه الشريف. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, dear brothers and sisters. It is with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have started this beautiful gathering, the Almighty, the most merciful, the most kind. Alhamdulillah, we had the opportunity of hearing the beautiful recitations by our dear brothers, Brother Ilyas of Surah Al-Yasin al-Mubarak, and of the beautiful recitation of Dua Kumail by brother Maisam Panju. May Allah accept these offerings on behalf of these brothers and all of those us present over here, inshallah, on behalf. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Today, brothers and sisters, we've gathered over here to commemorate the Shahada, the Martyrdom of the Imam, who's known as Sultan al-Arabi wal-Ajam, indeed, who is buried in the land of Tus, Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Rida, alayhi afdal salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli. Indeed, this Imam is the Imam al-Damin, also known, and also commemorating the wafat of his sister, Bibi Masooma al-Qum, alayha afdal salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajal. Whose city is indeed, as we know, a center of Islamic knowledge, and also regarded as this noble lady is known as Al-Karima Ahl Bayt, and her place of city is also known as the Waqr of the nest of the A'imma alayhim salam, the Waqr of Ahl Bayt, the nest of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. May Allah grant us the tawfiq that we are bestowed, we are blessed with their ziyarah in this world and the shafa'ah in the next. We offer our condolences to the Prophet and his blessed progeny on the martyrdom, on the wafat of these noble personalities, and to the condolences to the Imam of our time, Ajjalallahu Farajahu Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And extending these condolences to all dear brothers and sisters around the globe who are the lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and commemorating this event. Inshallah, we are blessed by our respected Maulana Shaykh Shafiq Hudda will be addressing this Majlis I'Azza. With his permission, a few poetic verses in the honor of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam, and inshallah, if time permits, in the honor of Sayyidah as well. These are a few poetic verses. They've been penned down as an istighatha that we make to the Imam, a tawassul that we make to the Imam. Ya Imam Rida, 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 Ya Imam. ہر نفس ہر گھڑی میرے دل سے یہی آ رہی ہے صدا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا تیری عظمت پہ بھلا کیوں نہ دلالت بنتا تیری عظمت پہ بھلا کیوں نہ دلالت بنتا شیر قالین کا کس طرح نہ زندہ ہوتا ہے حقیقت یہی تیری مرضی میں ہی ہے خدا کی رضا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا غیر ممکن کو یوں ہوتے ہوئے دیکھا ممکن جاگتی آنکھوں سے جنت میں گزارے کئی دن اس کو کیا ہو یقین جس نے دیکھا نہیں کبھی روضہ تیرا یا امام رضا یا امام یا امام آپ کے مشہد سے جو پلٹا ہوں تو میرے محسن سانس لینا مجھے اچھا نہیں لگتا لیکن پھر بھی ہے یہ سکون میں کہیں بھی رہوں دل وہیں ہے میرا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا. And looking at the blessed shrine of the Imam, میری اس وقت تیرے در پہ نظر ہے مولا اور تجھے میری مصیبت کی خبر ہے مولا دور افتاد کر میری امداد کر تو ہے مشکل کشا یا امام رضا یا امام رضا Ya Imam al-Rida. And with the permission of your Shaykh, remembering his sister. يا فاطمة اشفعي لنا في الجنة يا كريمة 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 یا کریمہ راز کی بات یہ کہ مجھ کو سمجھ آئی ہے اصل میں آپ کی مشہد میں شہنشاہی ہے قم سے ملتی ہے جبھی سب کو قم سے ملتی ہے جبھی سب کو مشہد کی رضا یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ آپ معصوم قم اور وہ جناب زینب دونوں بہنیں ہوئی معروف ولایت کے سبب آپ وہ ہیں ہمشیر حسین وہ ہیں ہمشیر حسین آپ ہمشیر رضا یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ. And as we said, that blessed city of this lady is the ilm, the center of knowledge, the markaz of knowledge. فقہ و عرفان و جفر پر ہے حکومت تیری علم کے شہری ہے رعیت تیری علم کا شہر تیرا علم کا شہر تیرا اس کا دروازہ تیرا یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ. سن بھی 18 برس مثل جناب زہرا تیری تربت کا شرف تربت زہرا جیسا فاطمی نام تیرا فاطمی نام تیرا زینبی کام تیرا یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ. And for those who haven't been blessed with an offspring, واسطہ سید مظلوم کو تم کو بی بی واسطہ اصغر معصوم کا تم کو بی بی لا ولد ہیں جو انہیں لا ولد ہیں جو انہیں کر دو اولاد عطا یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ یا کریمہ. صلو علی محمد و آل محمد. Inshallah, brothers and sisters, just an announcement, inshallah, before we have the talk, that tomorrow Salatul Jumu'ah will take place over here at the IHS, starting 12:05 p.m., inshallah, led by our dear respectable Maulana Shaykh Shafiq Hudda. Without any further delay, I'd like to request our respected Shaykh to address this Majlis A'za. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
الفاتحة. بسم الله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين خالق السماوات والأرض إلها واحدا أحدا صمدا لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين رحمة للعالمين طه وياسين بالقاسم محمد. وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين ورحمة الله على محبيهم ولعنة الله على أعدائهم وقاتليهم وغاصب حقهم ومنكر فضائلهم أجمعين من يومنا هذا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتبارك في كتابه الحكيم وفرقانه المجيد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن يبتغ غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. صلاة محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Respected sisters, brothers, my elders, my youngsters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullah. We convey condolences to the Imam of the time, to the Prophet, to the household of the Prophet and the Mu'mineen, as we mark the Shahadat anniversary of Imam al-Rida alayhi salatu wasalam and Hazrat Masooma salli ala and his dear sister Hazrat Fatima Masooma, who's famously known as Masooma Kum. We find that these two, this brother and sister, and we match it to the brother and sister that came before them almost 150 years, as so beautifully mentioned by Sayyid Taha in his recitation, that the name was Fatimiyya and the work was Zainabiyya. And this is something that pretty well summarizes, even if I was not to give any majlis tonight, this would summarize what I would need to say anyways. We find example and great lesson in the lives of personalities in Islam that we remember. Keeping in mind that Imam Musa ibn Jafar had more than 30 children, these two shone out the most. Of course, all of them are sahiban, most of them are sahiban ihtaram. Most of them have actually got various harams or shrines, or at least a place where their qabrs are known and respected and admired by mu'mineen around the world. But these two stood out the most, having left behind an important legacy, a very, very important, a profound impact on the history of the world. And then we see that the same applies to Hazrat Zainab al-Kubra salamullahi alayha and Imam Hussein al-Mazlum alayhi salatu wasalam, whereby Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, whereby their remembrance reignites the hearts to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trying to, of course we cannot emulate them, we cannot follow them fully, but at least to make an effort and to make an attempt to try and follow them. And one of the things that I wanted to do as we were continuing our Quranic discussion from the previous discussion, we were talking about how in the time of Hazrat Nuh and Hazrat Musa, the communities and what was transpiring and what had been happening. So we'll continue that before we inshallah reconnect back to the Holy Lady and the 8th Holy Imam. Whereby Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after what had happened, and I was actually looking at some of the references, if you remember at the beginning of time, at the very beginning when Hazrat Adam was created and Hazrat Hawa were there, they had their children, and Hazrat Habil was murdered by Qabil. And one of the things that we find is that in this recollection and the fact, Qabil was a farmer and Habil was an agriculturist, if you want to call it that, a herdsman as is often referred to. And they both gave a sacrifice. One of the things that the Torah mentions, the Hebrew scripture, is that there has been a conflict, you can say, between the farmer who represents industrialization. One of the authors, Karen Armstrong, in her book Fields of Blood, actually alludes to this fact, that there was always some sort of a friction between those who are tending animals and those who are agriculturists, or those who are looking after the fruits and the vegetables. A lot of times we ourselves don't appreciate, and I know that in the last maybe 5 or 6 years there's been actually a lot of advertisements you'll see, farmers feed families, in fact here in Ontario, and they say farmers and the importance of farmers and the importance of getting the food to you. And now there's also, in the last just very few years, there's been a very significant move. If you go to many of the grocery stores, you will see them advertising local produce, grown and raised and locally. Because what is happening now, and I'm going to just reconnect this in a minute, what's happening now is people are realizing that they were trying to bring in, blueberries and apples from the West Coast or from the East Coast, and they're bringing food and all kinds of, vegetables. And while they may be looking more attractive or maybe perhaps tastier, although this is not established, they are finding that bringing vegetables and fruits from far away is extremely bad for the environment. Just like water bottles are extremely bad for the environment. And one of the things that most of our people don't know, even in our own community, and of course in the society at large, is that the water that comes out of your tap in Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge and Guelph has gone through more testing and is purer than the bottled water they have. The bottled water does not go through any testing, any requirements according to the government regulations. Tap water in your house does. And one of the things that actually the city of Kitchener, and as far as I understand city of Waterloo, as well as our interfaith have done, is ban water bottles altogether. Use a glass, use a reusable glass, and or you just use tap water. And it's much cheaper. This is something that I don't want to get into the environmental benefits and aspects, but this is something that we're going to need to, inshallah, have to have a discussion on. There are a number of very sensitive, perhaps delicate topics that our community does need to address. And one of them is this environmental issue. One of them will be what challenges are facing our youngsters and our youths, even though these are very, I was talking to one elderly gentleman the day before yesterday, and he was saying that why is it that none of the ulama talk about the drugs and the problem with substance abuse and that? Why are the ulama not addressing it? And of course, I'm sure he wasn't blaming me, but I'm sure that my whole, I guess, profession can be questioned and can be blamed, if you want to call it that, for not addressing the issues of the time. So, inshallah, this is something that will definitely be on the radar screen. We may or may not have such a serious issue in our region of Waterloo, but it is there. It is not something that we can sweep under the carpet, even though we have lots of nice carpets that we can sweep lots of things under. This is not going to be one of them, but like I said, this one. So what I was saying is that the communities are now looking at, using locally grown, locally manufactured, so that the environment is there. Because when you're bringing something from Halifax or St. John's into Kitchener or Waterloo, or you're bringing something from, Saskatchewan or Regina into KW, you're having a truck that needs to be driven. And of course, I love truck drivers. There's nothing wrong with them, and they are amongst my most respected people, but they have to use gas, they're emitting emissions, and so what is happening is there's been a lot of grocery stores that look at the environment locally produced, locally sold. So let them sell it in their regions, they sell it in their regions, and we'll use our dear truck drivers for other things that are non-perishables and for things that we aren't able to grow in one place or the other. Okay. So what we find is that Qabil had this profession. And as a cattle farmer, we know that if somebody was to choose, if somebody was to invite you for dinner, and they were to ask you, what do you want? Chances are, we may say meat, we will say chicken, we will say beef, we will say something, chances are, depending on how close we are to that person. Usually, if you don't know the person, or if you know, you want to maintain some formality, you say whatever you want to cook. And then you go there and you see that they have beans and roti, and alhamdulillah, even that is a protein, so it is fine. But what we're finding is that there has been that you can say, I don't want to use the word conflict, but you can say competition between those who are farmers and those who are looking after cattle, those who are looking after livestock, and those who are looking after vegetation. And when we say competition, because they want to try and they bring their products to the forefront of the market. So Karen Armstrong in her book Fields of Blood is actually comparing and contrasting that Qabil's his profession was this and Habil's profession was this, and so it was ultimately destined for them to have a conflict. That was her sort of in the chapter that she's talking about the biblical references. That was sort of her conclusion. Now, whether it's right or wrong is not the point I want to make. But one of the things that we do find even in our environment today, there's no shortage of competitions, and those competitions actually become contradictions, and those competitions go into conflicts then. And those conflicts can sometimes become very, very challenging. And so what we find is that as the human race progressed from that time where a sacrifice was given by Habil and a sacrifice was given by Qabil's was not accepted. One of the things that the biblical narration says is that they refer to God or Allah as Yahweh. And they're saying Yahweh just didn't accept Qabil's for no reason. They do not go into the Islamic reference whereby, Qabil basically took out whatever he didn't want, the garbage that he had left over, the rotting stuff, and Habil actually gave the best of his crops, the best of what he had in his domain. So anyways, nonetheless, what we find is that this is where, number one, tests will come about, and how we respond and reflect on tests around us will make us what we are later on. So how we react, how we give, and one of the things, and this is why I wanted to tie this in as well, one of the things that the title of Hazrat Fatima Masooma is Karima, as you heard in the Qasida. Karima means a generous one. Generosity is defined by giving something that you have loved, that you like. And that is why in Surah Al-Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that never shall you attain goodness until you give from that which you dearly love. Everybody will give things that they don't want. Everybody will give things they don't like. But when it comes to somebody who likes something and you give something that they like, that you have liked, that is when your difference comes from an ordinary giver to a Kareem or a Karima. This is where the difference lies. And you can think about it from a simple example. When we are asked to bring food for the food bank, when we're asked to give food for the needy, and sometimes schools do this, and libraries do this, and fire stations do this, that please bring a canned item, please bring a boxed item, please bring a non-perishable for the food bank. So what we'll do is we'll go to the store, and we'll look for something that is 2 for $1, or 3 for $1, and we'll buy those things, and we'll put them in the food basket, in the food bucket. And so rarely will we have somebody that will say, okay, this is something that I would eat, I'm going to put this in the food hamper. This is something that I would use, I'm going to put it in there. This is the best of it. And one of the things that we have noticed, alhamdulillah, and this is on the positive side, many of the Mu'minin, when they call us here, and they say, okay, I want to make another, I want to give some meat, I want to give some food. And we always refer them to the food bank here, because as Muslims who have been for many years, before we actually stepped in, there were many Muslims for years, they were surviving on fish, on vegetables, and on basically fruits. They were not able to get meat because none of the Muslims were giving meat. And now, alhamdulillah, now that we started, alhamdulillah, everybody has started to do the same thing. So, in fact, for many, many months, they are okay for meat, the food bank. What we find is to give the best that you have, to give what might be a little more expensive, but this is what determines or differentiates us from just an ordinary person. And that's how we can, inshallah, become Kareem. And generosity was one of the reasons why Hatim Tay was known as Hatim Tay. Why Hatim Tay's reputation was what Hatim Tay's reputation was. That it was narrated, and this is for my youngsters' benefit, because I know the elders have heard this many, many times. It was narrated that one time when Hatim Tay's brother had taken over, and he became the king or the emperor or the ruler of the area, and he had a beautiful house, and in that house there were 40 doors. That's how big the house was, mashallah. That's how big the house was, 40 doors. So one time somebody knocks on the door, so Adi opens the door, old lady covered in black, there, he gives her some money. The next door knocks, he realizes it's the same lady at the door, still gives her some money, but a little reluctantly. When she knocks on the third door, he says to her, he says, auntie, madam, I have already given you 2 doors. Now you're coming to the third door. How much are you expecting from me? How much are you gonna get from me? So the lady removed her hijab, and it was the mother. It was their mother. And she tells Adi Tai, she says, your brother Hatim, he says, I went to all 40 doors and he gave me khairat at every one of those 40 doors without complaint. You couldn't even have bad bear 3 doors. And Allama Kuchani, in his journey to the unseen world, he mentioned, he said, this is one of the qualities that has prevented Hatim Tay from going into Jahannam. So he was not going to be, even though he did not accept Islam, or he was not aware, or whatever the case is, he will not be in hell because of this quality and generosity. Generosity, and I have mentioned in the past, now Sharwan was known for his adalat, so he will also be saved, and Hatim Tay is mentioned. So what we find is generosity, giving what Habil had done was something that was noble and memorable. Now, people will not appreciate and understand this, because when you go a little further, the next major prophet after Hazrat Adam was Hazrat Sheeth. After Hazrat Sheeth, the next major prophet was Hazrat Idris, and the lineage is continuous. I wanted to come to one of the latter, after Hazrat Idris's time, one of the prophets who I had actually mentioned that I would talk about, but I never got to before, was Hazrat Saleh. Hazrat Saleh alayhi salam was again one of those prophets who had a lot of very beautiful qualities. He had a personality that was very charismatic, you could say, and so people would listen. So when he was telling his people, because the Quran mentions that he was sent to a place called Thamud, and before the place where Thamud was, that place was called Ad wa Thamud. This was actually the same or very similar, or in the vicinity. Ad was destroyed because of the people, the inhabitants, disrespect for the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the place was then known as Thamud, and Hazrat Saleh was sent to that place. The people there were very wealthy, very rich. So in the past they were also very kareem, they were giving, they shared and they did everything. And then a time came then they started having this ananiya within them. This is mine, I did this, I did it. And they came to a point where they felt that nothing can get rid of, we are doing so well, nothing can harm our economy, nothing will happen to us, we will never lose this. Similar to what people in different parts of the Western world, especially our neighbors to the south, try to think that our economy is booming, nothing can stop it now, we can put sanctions on anybody we want, we can derail anybody we want, we can have trade rules and trade regulations the way we want, we don't care about anybody else, and so we see that this is not nowadays, this has been around for thousands and thousands of years, tens of thousands of years. Okay? So the people were starting to, their economy was very good, everybody was affluent, everybody had whatever they wanted. Notice I didn't say everybody had what they needed. They had whatever they wanted. MashaAllah. I'm saying MashaAllah. They didn't say MashaAllah because they stopped saying MashaAllah. They started having, as generations progressed, they started having this ananiya, this takabbur, this arrogance, this pride whereby we are something. And we don't need anybody. We don't need any God. We don't need any. And they had idols that they started worshipping as a consolation to themselves. So they said that, okay, Allah is there, but these are the partners of Allah, so we can have better communication with them rather than going to the Almighty Himself. So Hazrat Saleh came to him, and they, of course, would mock him and ridicule him. But as I said, he was a very charismatic speaker, and he managed to convince a number of people to join him. So the others decided that if this continues, he's going to have so many people joining him, and as the more people join him, the less will be joining us or respecting us, and so we have to stop this. So they started to have some talks with him. They started having the discussions. What are the discussions? They said that, why are you the prophet? Who made you the prophet? He said, Allah made me the prophet. What's the difference between you and us? Well, and you can see that this is a common argument, and I've spoken about this on numerous occasions. Why you? Why not me? Why not somebody who is a little more elite than you? Why not somebody more powerful than you? You're just an ordinary guy. I'm paraphrasing this conversation. Yeah? You're just an ordinary guy. You're just like us. And so, you're not even rich. That was one of the arguments that they gave to Hazrat Saleh. That, first of all, you're not even rich. You're not so handsome like the rest of us. You're not so affluent. And Hazrat Saleh, just gave them. Then they asked him one thing that even the Prophet was asked, and many Prophets were asked. When I was conducting a class at the university the other day, I was telling the students, I said, one of the things that Islam firmly believes, and so, when we talk about Jesus and they say he is the Son of God because he had so many miracles, we reject that notion, but we say, no, miracles were given to the Anbiya, to the Prophets, in order to prove their nabuwwat. In order to prove that they were a Nabi. Because if I start claiming that I'm a Nabi, I'm a Rasul from Allah, a few of you might believe me, inshallah. Astaghfirullah, don't say inshallah. Na'udhu billah. Your iman and my iman, I'll become murtad. I'll become wajibul qatl. Anyways, if I claim to be a Nabi, out of the millions of people in Canada or North America, maybe a few hundred might follow me, might say, yes, you're a Nabi. But the intelligent ones will come and say, give us some daleel, give us some evidence that you are a Nabi. Now what will I do? I have no evidence, I have no powers, I have nothing that I can do. If I take this asan, I throw it on the floor and it starts becoming a snake, then inshallah you might believe me. But short of that, no. So they went to Hazrat Saleh, they said, give us some miracle. So Hazrat Saleh told them that, okay, Allah will give you a miracle. There will be a she-camel who one day she will drink all of the water that is everywhere. Wherever there is water, she will drink that water. The second day you guys can drink. She will graze in the grass and you guys can have the water. So second day. They said, okay, they found, how can a camel drink all the water that is around? And they basically, the riwayah mentions all of the water on the earth. So whatever was the known earth at the time, she would drink all of that water. Okay? And then the next day they would get the water. So they were watching it. And in fact, the whole story that I don't have the time to go into that, but how this she-camel was created and how, sometimes I have very colorful tests with young madrasa students and them. I said, there are 4 animals that were not similar to Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. They were kun fayakun. They were not born of a mother and father. One of them was this she-camel of Hazrat Saleh. And someday when we have time for a test or a quiz, inshallah, we'll get the other 3 or 4 of those that are around. Okay, one salawat upon Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, please. So the she-camel came out of this mountain and they said, okay, this is a miracle. This went on for some time. When it went on for some time, these people who were very affluent, wealthy, and running the show, they started realizing that, wait a minute, why should we have to suffer this alternate day without water? Why should we have to suffer? Now, Hazrat Saleh, when he brought this miracle from the mountain, this she-camel, he warned them, don't hurt it, don't kill it, and make sure that you respect it. That is the miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was very clearly stated. And so they started feeling this resentment. Now, they had heard that there will be a torment coming from Allah if they were to hurt or kill this she-camel. At the same time, they were feeling that this she-camel was a miracle of Allah. As a result of the miracle, more and more people were starting to follow Hazrat Saleh alayhi salam. So more and more people were going towards this. So they decided that we have to hatch a plot. And it was very interesting how they hatched that plot. Because, you've probably seen or read about many of these contemporary spy stories. These bond mechanisms whereby, you've got all this and that, and, how spies work and what they do and how they entice people. And you've probably read about it, you've seen it in movies. So they went out of the village and decided to hatch a plot. That we need a couple of good, strong guys who will basically cut the legs of this she-camel. Now, how do we do it? Because, one of the things that we find is they have certain stores at birthday or Christmas time whereby they offer you a gift for someone who has everything. I don't know if you've seen those signs, right? Here's a gift for someone who has everything. Because the people of Thamud, they were wealthy. So it's not like you could pay them, can you do this job? And they didn't need the money. But you still had to get this job done. So what did they do? They hatched a plot. They said that, look, we'll get a couple of young guys. Now what do young guys want? They want to find a young guy-ess. No, sorry, that's not a real word, is it? A young girl. So they saw that they found some beautiful girls. They went to the parents. They said, look, we want to do this, we want to do that. Are you willing to offer your daughter in marriage to so-and-so? We need his help to kill this, cut the legs of this she-camel. And so those parents were also angry at Hazrat Saleh. Said, yeah, you can have my daughter. Now they looked for another one. They found the same thing. Yeah, you can have my daughter because this job is more important than my daughter. I mean, can you imagine for a moment, but they were thinking that their daughter was not as important as getting this job done, as the killing of Hazrat Saleh's she-camel. They found 2 guys there. So they went, and I'm cutting a lot of things in between short. They went with this lustful desire. Okay, we're going to go do this. They go to the she-camel. The first one cuts the 2 legs out. The second one, in the process of cutting the leg, he actually basically ruptures an artery and kills the she-camel. Now this she-camel, keep in mind, was not an ordinary camel. The size has been narrated in the riwayah as she was huge. She was very, very large. I mean, to drink all that water would not be a regular sized camel. Keep that in mind. So she was quite a large animal as far as the riwayah are concerned. So to do this job was tough. So when they went to kill her, when they went to just cut the legs, they ended up killing her. And that was when the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came, that you have done this, you will have a very limited time to repent, to do tawbah, to do istighfar, and to ask Allah for forgiveness. Some of them did, majority of them didn't. And then the same thing that had happened in the time of Ad happened in the time of Samud, that people's entire wealth, their buildings, their businesses, their wealth, their animals, the agriculture, everything, basically the earth opened up and turned it upside down and they went down. And that's one of the reasons why today, when they do archaeological digs, they find things in the earth that are strangely, when the riwayah says that everything went under and upside down, and then they dig down, they find things that were actually, the things that should be on the top are on the bottom are on the top, and they've been trying to figure out how did they, maybe just through this erosion and all these rock subformations and that were happening. We have got the riwayah that Allah actually took the whole thing and put it upside down, and so that's why you find things underneath the way they are upside down, basically. And so you see that at the time of Hazrat Saleh, he said that, look, I was a prophet, I warned you, I told you, no prophet ever came and just gave an adab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just like that. They had a chance, they had an opportunity. But what I wanted to mention was that first of all, they had this prestige of their money. That we have got money, we've got wealth, it's something. We have got power, we are running this show, we are running this country, they are running this kingdom. So we've got something. When somebody tries to teach them haqq and batil, then they say, well, who are you? Who are you to tell us? And sometimes we encounter this on numerous occasions. When somebody tries to correct us, I'll be the first to say, who are you to tell me? Who do you think you are? Are you more knowledgeable than me? So I become very defensive. I become very reactive. And I say, how dare you do this? And this is something we have to really reflect upon. If somebody does come to correct us, if they are right, and we have got that problem, then I should try to correct myself. I should try to reform myself and try to be not like the people of Thamud and the people of Ad. And if the person is wrong, then politely we have to tell them, then no, I think that you have misunderstood. I didn't do this, I did this. I didn't mean this, I meant this. And I think that this is one way we can try and rectify this. So when the time of Prophet Salih, one of the things that the Prophet had to do again was bring about a miracle to remind the people and to tell them that this is my proof. This is my evidence. I've not just come out of anywhere, but I have got a message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same way when Imam Rida alayhi salatu wasalam was in the court of Ma'mun, some of those who were in the court were asking him, tell him to show us a miracle. Now remember one thing, the prophets the Aimma don't need to show miracles simply for one reason. Because their imamat has been already established by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the authority of Allah. So I want to make sure that we understand a clear difference. The Aimma, the Imams, they were already told, the Rasulullah had already told who the Imams were, their names were mentioned, and through Nasihat, each Imam foreshadowed the next Imam, so there was no issue of confusion that who are you, where did you come from? The lineage was very clear, right to the Imam, next Imam, so that there is no ambiguity there. Number two, the Anbiya, they were sent by Allah, so sometimes they were from within the people, sometimes they had come from the outside. If you look at the case of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was from within them. The Prophet was from amongst the people of Makkah. And then he grew up with them, he was there with them, and sometimes the most difficult thing to do is to listen to somebody that you saw as a child growing up. It's extremely difficult to do that. If a little young boy I've seen grow up in the madrasa, and all of a sudden Brother Abdullah comes to me one day, he says, Shaykh, you're not doing right, you're doing this haram, you're not waking up for Salatul Fajr, you're not fasting in the month of Ramadan. I said, I brought you up, I was your madrasa teacher, who do you think you are, Abdullah? And that is very difficult because it's my ego, it's my arrogance, it's me, and you are young, who are you to tell me? But yet he might be correct. He might be correct. And so when Rasulullah was there in Makkah Mukarramah, and all those Abus, the Jahals and the Sufyans and the Lahubs were there, and we saw you grow up. What makes you a prophet? What makes you a Nabi? We saw you grow up. We saw you when you were little. We saw you when you were growing, and now you're telling us you're a prophet? And so that's when he went on to show his Nabuwat in two aspects. One was from the miraculous aspect, which I'm going to come to in a minute. One was from the practical aspect. Because the first thing he asks them when he gets them together at Zul Ashira was what? if I told you there's an army behind the mountain, would you believe me? Wiladat Rasul is coming up next week. Would you believe me? They all said, Naam ya Muhammad. Yes, we would believe you. He asked, if I told you that the army that's there was ready to attack, would you believe me? They said, Naam ya Muhammad. Yes, we would believe you, O Muhammad. He said, why? He said, because we have never heard you tell a lie. There was no miracle there. There was no rock talking. There was no tree surrendering. There was no moon splitting. There was nothing there except his record of 40 years. 40 years of record was there. There was no miracle involved there. There was no miracle. There was nothing supernatural there. He's just asking a group of people who will become his most ferocious enemies. He says, would you believe if I told you? The same thing when the group of Jafar at-Tayyar alayhi salam had gone to Najash, into Ethiopia, to Habash. And when the kuffar had also reached there, and they said, give these people to us, we want to punish them. He said, why? He said, they follow this madman who is claiming to have one God. He says, tell me about this man. Tell me about him. Has he been known to be a liar that today you're saying that he's a madman? He said, no, he's never told a lie. He says, is he a cheater? Is he lustful? Is he this? Is he that? Is he a khayanat or amanat? Does he do steal? No, none of that. He says, you yourself are telling, the enemies are saying, you have given me testimony of his trustworthiness. Allahu Akbar. The miracles came later. The moon splitting came later on. The trees saying Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. The rocks greeting him Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. And all of the mountains bowing before him and saying Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. That was later on. The first miracle was not even a miracle. It was his integrity. Can I claim in front of you that I've never told you a lie in 40 years? I can't tell you that. I have joked, I have lied. Allahu Akbar. But this is Rasulullah. So the successor of Rasulullah, Imam Ali ibn Musa Rada, the first testimony is his own integrity, his own trustworthiness, his own truthfulness. Nobody else needed to know or see any miracles from Imam Rada to believe in his imamat. They already knew it. And the fact that when he came there, many of the people had seen him for the first time, but they were still captivated by the Imam. And if you want to know the captivation, again, not a miracle, just a regular one, the day of Eid when Mamun insists, Ya Ali ibn Musa, you will lead Salatul Eid. Imam says, I told you I will not lead anything. I will not conduct anything. I will not do the prayers. I will not give any orders. No, you must lead, you must lead, you must lead. He insists, he forces the Imam. The Imam says, okay, the Imam takes a white amama. He puts on a white amama on the day of Eid. He puts on white outfit. Goes barefoot from his house towards the masjid. He is going there. And he's doing the takbirat. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd, what you do on both of the Eids, right? He was doing that. Not 1 or 2, not 10 or 20, not 50 or 100. The riwayah mentions, the muarrikhin, the commentators, the historians are writing that thousands and thousands of people started joining. And you know how they joined? They also took off their shoes. They also wore fresh clothes. They're all going as Mamun hears this whole caravan coming of thousands of people. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. He sends his messenger, go quickly to Ali ibn Musa, tell him, please go back home and relax, take it easy today. We'll have somebody else lead Salatul Eid. No miracle there, just the captivation of the Imam's actions, that this is what was to be done in Eid Salat. Thousands of people, they didn't see a miracle, they didn't see anything splitting, they didn't see any trees saying salam. But when the Imam needed to use it, then, as you mentioned about the qaleen, the lion in the carpet comes out and scares the pants of the people there who are trying to challenge the Imam. One time when the Imam is trying to reach the bread, and one of the magicians moves the plate behind. Imam says it is not nice to play with people when they're having their dinner. It is not nice to mimic the people. All of a sudden the Imam brings one of the animals to life, and that animal scares the magician. He says, Mawla, I am so sorry, forgive me for what I have done. So the Imam made those things come to life and say that, look, don't play with Imam. The miracles will be there when the miracles are needed to be used. But in the meantime, our integrity and our honesty will be what will be used. So that was the life of Imam Rida in Khurasan, what is today, what is called Mashhad. Mashhad was actually not known as Mashhad. That area was known as Tus. Khurasan was the area, and the Imam settled there because the Imam was killed. It was known as Mashhad, the place of Shahadat. We're also remembering his sister, Hazrat Masooma, who, those of you who have been to Hazrat Masooma's Haram in Muqaddasa will appreciate and understand that I wouldn't even need to say anything. Just the ziyarat itself is enough. Ya Fatimatu ishfa'ili fil jannati. Oh Fatima, oh son, daughter of Musa ibn Ja'far, do my shafa'at in Jannah. One very great alim, Hazrat Ayatullah Marhum Ayatullah al-Uzma, Sayyid Mar'ashi Najafi, Shahabuddin Mar'ashi Najafi. One day it is narrated either himself or his father, some have narrated it was his father, was in a dream asking repeatedly, he's a Sayyid, so he was of course from the lineage of Fatima Zahra. He was asking, where is Fatima Zahra buried? He was wondering that. Wondering, where is Fatima Zahra buried? I just want to know. And after many days of doing this dua, in this dream, he sees either Rasulullah or a lady in hijab, his grandmother Fatima Zahra, pointing to what is today Qom. At that time it was not the haram that it is today. Pointing to the place that is in Qom, and he says, that is where Fatima is buried. When he woke up, he said, but that was Qom. When he went to ask the ulama, and when he went to do a tafsir of the dream, he found out that the thawab of the ziyarat of Masooma Qom is equivalent to that of Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Because as you know, nobody knows the burial place except Amir al-Mu'mineen, Rasulullah and Imam Sahib al-Amr and the A'immah. Nobody else knows exactly where Fatima Zahra alayhi salam is buried. But what Ayatollah Mar'ashi Najafi's father was told is go to the ziyarat of Masooma Qom. And that was one of the reasons why he brought his family and he moved there. In fact, Agha himself, Sayyid Mar'ashi Najafi himself, with whom we used to do our salat, we used to have Salatul Jamaat behind him in the Sahn of Hazrat Masooma. 10,000 plus people would be doing Salatul Jamaat with him. It was narrated for him that every morning he would be the first Zayar of Bibi Masooma. And the Khadim who would open the door would always find him every morning waiting there to do the Ziyarat of Bibi Masooma Qom. One night there was a severe snowstorm in Qom. As you may know, the Qom does get a lot of snow sometimes. And there was a massive snowstorm. So the Khadim comes the next morning just before Subh Sadiq time, at the time of Salatul Layl. He's about to open the door and he says, Alhamdulillah, today I came before Sayyid. I was there before Sayyid. He opens the door with that thought. All of a sudden there's a huge snow pile that is lying there. The snow pile suddenly starts moving. When the snow pile moves and shakes, he realizes that Sayyid was waiting even in that snow for the ziyarat of his grand aunt, Hazrat Masooma Qom. There are countless miracles. There are actually books written on the number of miracles that have happened in the haram of Hazrat Masooma. These are things that you can read yourself, but all I want to mention is how did Hazrat Masooma get to the city of Qom, what is now the city of Qom? It was narrated that in 200 Hijri, her father had already been killed and Imam Ali ibn Musa was called to Khurasan by Mamun. The year 200 Hijri, where Imam leaves, in that 1 year, less than a year, she was becoming extremely restless. She had already lost her father. Her brother, with whom she was very attached, was also now gone. And according to some narrations, Imam Rida actually wrote her a letter. Some other narrators have mentioned that Imam Rida wrote to all of his family members that please come and see me in Khurasan. When she receives the letter, she immediately makes arrangements to go. Keeping in mind that what is today Iran, even at that time, especially at that time, was complete enemies of Ahlul Bayt. It is only in the last 300 or 400 years after Allama Hilli's time that Iran has become Muhibb of Ahlul Bayt and the Egyptians have become on the other side. In those days, Egypt was Ahlul Bayt's followers and Iran was enemies of Ahlul Bayt. That's one of the reasons why Mamun selected Imam Rida to appease the Arabs, because the Iranians were already with him anyways. So they make the arrangements. It is said that according to some narrators, either 12,000 or 1,200 were in the party of with Hazrat Masooma Qom, and they had decided to go and do the ziyarat of their Imam or move all the way to Khurasan. As they were going, according to the author of a book called Qiyam al-Sa'adat, Qiyam al-Sa'adat, he mentions that the soldiers of Mamun intercepted this caravan because they didn't want the caravan to get to Mashhad, to get to Khorasan. So they launched an onslaught, they launched an attack, and some say that just some of the normal enemies of the Ahlul Bayt attacked the caravan of Hazrat Masooma in Qom, and some have said that a lady nearby in Qom, about 40 kilometers away from Qom, had poisoned the food of Hazrat Masooma, and as a result she had become ill. She had asked the caretakers, the caravan heads, to take her to the city of Qom, because she had known that there have been generations about the importance of the city of Qom, so she wanted to be buried there. But one thing that all the historians seem to be unanimous on, or at least a majority on, was that as the attack was taking place on Hazrat Masooma's caravan and her immediate family members were there, it is said that 23 members of her caravan, 23 members of her family were killed in front of her, and that was one of the things that had hastened her own death. 23 members. I will say to you, O Bibi Masooma in Qom, you have seen the massacres taking place, you have seen the attack on your family taking place, but imagine your Aunt Zainab on the plains of Karbala, who saw 18 members of her family, but there was one difference, Bibi Masooma in Qom. There was one difference. When your caravan was killed, they were there to help each other and defend each other. But they were done hungry and thirsty on the plains of Karbala. Your grand auntie Zainab, her caravan was hungry and thirsty. The 18 Bani Fatima were killed after they were hungry and thirsty, and listening to the cries of the children, and knowing that the ladies' hijabs will be snatched after Karbala. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Parvardigar, oh Allah, accept this ibadat from us. Forgive our sins, give us the tawfiq to remain away from sins, Ya Allah. Let us act on the teachings of the Quran and Majid and the Ahlul Bayt. Allah, protect our ulama, our maraja in Qom, in Najaf, in Tehran, Mashhad, wherever the ulama are serving, wherever the maraja are, grant them long and healthy life in the service of Islam and Ahlul Bayt, alayhim as-salam. Ya Allah, we ask you to hasten the return of our Mawla, our awaited Imam al-Hujjah. May make us amongst the ashab and the ansar of the Imam. Let us see Zamana al-Dhuhur with our own eyes. The marhumin who have left us, Ya Allah, grant them maghfirat. Those who are ill, Ya Allah, grant them shifa kamila from their illnesses. Ya Allah, those who are in debt, help them fulfill their debts through your karamat, Ya Allah. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim. Matam Hussein.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. As the Shaykh had mentioned, our dear Shaykh had mentioned in the Masaib, just like to recite a Ghunawha as though the lady Masooma would be reciting, would be mentioning all those tragedies that he faced to her brother Imam Gharib al-Ghuraba, and also mentioning, but yes, indeed, the tragedy of Zainab was much greater. غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا روکے معصوم قم روکے معصوم قم قم سے دیتی ہیں صدا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا تیرا دیدار نہیں بھائی قسمت میں میری دے ہواؤں کو ذرا حکم ہے میرے علی سن لوں آواز تیری سن لوں آواز تیری دل بہل جائے میرا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی دیکھنے آئی ہوں میں قم سے صورت تیری اے غریب الغربا دیکھ غربت میری کوئی بتلاتا نہیں کوئی بتلاتا نہیں مجھ کو مشہد کا پتہ اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے رضا مجھ پہ جو بیت گئے وہ علم کچھ بھی نہیں سامنے زینب کے میرے غم بھی کچھ بھی نہیں میں نہ بازار گئی میں نہ بازار گئی نہ چھنی میرے ردا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے رضا جب سے پہنچی ہوں میں قم دل ہے قابو میں کہاں غم زدہ نظر شہر کے پیر و جوان دیکھ کر کالے علم دیکھ کر کالے علم دل دہلتا ہے میرا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے رضا ہوں یتیمہ لیکن وہ یتیمہ تو نہیں قیدی بابا کی قسم میں سکینہ تو نہیں جس کے گوہر بیچنے جس کے گوہر بیچنے جس کا دامن بھی جلا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے رضا کس جگہ خار چبھے کس جگہ تھک کے گری پوچھو چھالوں سے ذرا کیسے میلوں میں چلی زخم پیروں کے تمہیں زخم پیروں کے تمہیں غم سنائیں گے میرا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغربا اے میرے بھائی ساتھ جائے گا میرے یہ غم تنہائی تم بھی اکبر کی طرح نہیں بوٹے بھائی روز صغرا کی طرح روز صغرا کی طرح میں جلاتی ہوں دیا اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریبوں الغرباء اے میرے بھائی رضا اے غریب الغرباء اے میرے بھائی رضا یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین صلو علی محمد و آل Muhammad. Just before the recitation of Ziyarat al-Waritha, if I can all request you all for the dua al-sihat for all those who are ill, who are sick amongst our brothers and sisters around the globe, and especially as we know the brother Sajjad Ridwi, last week he was reciting the ziyarah. His father is very sick and he had to travel to Pakistan. We just pray inshallah that Allah heals, bestows him with complete and speedy recovery inshallah. If you can all recite the ayah karima 5 times. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ 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 أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. متوجه زيارة.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا وارث آدم صفة الله. السلام عليك يا وارث نوح النبي الله. السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله. السلام عليك يا وارث موسى كليم الله. السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله. السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله. السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين ولي الله. السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى. السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى. السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء. السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى. السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن ثاره والبتر المطلوب. أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وأطعت الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين. ولعن الله أمة قتلتك ولعن الله أمة ظلمتك ولعن الله أمة سمعت بذلك فرضيت به. يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله أشهد أنك كنت نور في الأسلاب الشامخة والأرحام المتأخرة لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاسها ولم تلبسك من مظلمات ثيابها. وأشهد أنك من داعم الدين وأركان المؤمنين. وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الذكي هادي المهدي. وأشهد أن الأئمة من مدرك كلمة التقوى وأعلام الهدى والقربة الوثقى والهجة على أهل الدنيا. وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياءه ورسله أني بكم مؤمن ويا بكم موقن بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي وقلبي لقلبكم سلم وأمري لأمركم متبع. صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجسادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم. زيادة علی اکبر علیہ السلام. السلام علیکم یا ابن رسول اللہ. السلام علیکم یا ابن نبی اللہ. السلام علیکم یا ابن امیر المومنین. السلام علیکم یا ابن حسین الشہید. السلام علیکم ایہا الشہید ابن الشہید. السلام علیکم ایہا المظلوم ابن مظلوم. لعن اللہ امة قتلتک ولعن اللہ امة ظلمتک ولعن اللہ امة سمعت بذلک فرضت به. زیارت all martyrs جميع اولیاء اللہ. السلام علیکم یا اولیاء اللہ واحبہ. السلام علیکم یا اصفیاء اللہ وعبدہ. السلام علیکم یا انصار دین اللہ. السلام علیکم یا انصار رسول اللہ. السلام علیکم یا انصار امیر المومنین. السلام علیکم یا انصار فاطمہ سید نساء العالمین. السلام علیکم یا انصار ابی محمد الحسن ابن علی وولی ذکی ناصح. السلام علیکم یا انصار ابی عبداللہ بأبي أنتم وأمي طبتم وطابت الأرض التي فيها دفنتم وفزتم فوزا عظيما ويا الذين كنتم معكم فأفوز معكم. السلام عليك يا أبو الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين. السلام علیکم ابن سید البصرین السلام علیکم ابن اول القوم الاسلام واقدمہم ایمانا واقومہم بدین اللہ واحوتہم علی الاسلام اشہد لقد نصحت للہ ورسولہ ولأخیک ولم الاخ المواسی ولعن اللہ امتا قتلتک ولعن اللہ امتا ظلمتک ولعن اللہ امتا استحلت منک المحارم وانتهكت حرمات الإسلام ونعم الصابر المجاهد المحامي الناصر والأخ الدافع عن أخيه المجيب إلى طاعة ربه الراغب فيما زهد فيه غيره من الثواب الجزيل والثناء الجميل والحقيقة بدرجة أبائك في جنات النعيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عجل فرجهم محمد وآل
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
اللهم كن لوليك حجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا وذليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه بعضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد